The last thing I'd like to do is spend just a couple minutes and thanking people. This is, as you know, is my last official meeting. I'll still be around. You won't get rid of me that easily. But I do want to congratulate Patty Sager. Patty, please stand up. She's going to be our new president next year. And we have Chuck Gitson coming in as the new vice president or president-elect. And then, as you heard earlier, the new board members. I am very excited that we have got some great leadership. We have so many leaders in this club that are able to take up the banner, carry the banner, the optimism that we need. And so we are going to move ahead with some great leadership and great projects. So we're going to be here to support all of you, and thank you for what you do and will do in the future. It's been my honor to serve as president of this club. We've had some difficult 2 years, not anything that we've had in the past. You've known this from your church or from other organizations you belong to, that it has been brutal in some cases. But you have shown up. You have shown up on the screen on Zoom and has made this club so vibrant. There are many, many clubs, many, many organizations are struggling. But you have made the time and the commitment to be here, and I can't thank you enough. Thank you enough for that.
Thank you, Jared.
This has just been an amazing ride. I got into this. I've been in the organization a long time, almost 50 years now, 49 years, and this has been truly a great honor, again, as I said, to do this. And it all started from about 6 years ago. Don Selverda showed up at the state fair and stumbled onto the Optimist table, and then I drew the short straw to go meet with him. And of course, I thought I was optimistic until I met Don, and holy man. I got to thank Don for his unwavering and total commitment to optimism. His leadership and support are just beyond what most people can find in any organization. And I politely say, he's a pit bull with lockjaw when he gets a hold of you. He will shake you until you say yes one way or another. And that's just a positive thing about Don, and we thank him for that. He has started, I think is it 4 or 5 book clubs, Don, we have going now. We have 4 book clubs going. What an opportunity for us to get to know each other at another level. What an opportunity to learn more about, reading books. I mean, what is it? Leaders are readers. And that's an important thing. And so we're having that opportunity, even with some of us who are not really in that strong workforce, to be able to contribute and learn more as we go along. It's all about, in this particular case, bringing about the best in ourselves. And many, many organizations don't do that. We are very good about standing up and saying, oh, I'll do something for the youth. I'll do something for the community. And we say, do something for ourselves. They're like, oh, I don't need that. I don't need that kind of stuff. But we do. Deep down, we need that. And we need you to commit and keep going on that. It's that important. What I also want to commit on, say about, is thank you to folks like Monty Johnson, who you can't believe how he dug into the federal regulations and paperwork to get that foundation figured out. It was one of those things that we needed to get it done quickly, and I don't know, Monty, I don't think you slept for a couple of months trying to get that sorted out. But so important, as he said today, we now have that organization up and running. It'll be great for us to have this opportunity to be able to give to a 501c3 that's we're connected with and can really help, again, in our community. I have to thank Kurt Stockwood, and I'm not going to get everybody on the list here, but I want to thank Kurt Stockford, who couldn't be here today, for the newsletters that he's put together. And the service club organizations that he's pulled together, whether it's the Rotary, the Lions. He's a big lion on the side, as many of you are Rotary people, or maybe Lions in this group also. But he has pulled together just a number of things that have really helped us bring in that community together. We have Dave Bartholomew, and Dave, that boy from Fargo, that boy right over there. He's done just an outstanding job with the reflections, and I really have appreciated it. Thank you, Dave. And there are just many other programs and members who've made the club, our club, such a benchmark. You can't imagine what people think about when I talk about this club and what we do when I go to international meetings and go to places. They are just totally amazed at what we do as a club. And we're only 5, 6 years old. And so most clubs have been around, 30, 40 years, maybe have, probably we have a nice membership of 130 or 45, 50 members. But some of these clubs are just amazed. And again, a lot of that drive has come from Don, but it's you out there who've taken on the commitment to do this. It's not just about driving. We've shown you an opportunity, and you've taken that time to grab a hold of that wheel, grab a hold of that brass ring as it goes by, and enjoy all the fruits of the optimism that we have. So thank you there. So again, I'd like to thank each one of you for your optimism, especially when you attend the lunches and events. Your spark, your energy that I'm getting today, and we've had every time and we'll continue to do in the future, is what recharges my optimist batteries. So when I leave here today and I go out and meet other people and try to help in the things that we do with children or in our community or ourselves, that energy we have transferred back and forth to each other at these meetings. We were doing it pretty good on the Zoom calls, but not like we do in person. And that's why it's so fun to be here and have so much fun. I know the feeling as we get to the end of luncheon, we get to say the creed and how important that is to us. But as I said before, the creed is a bunch of words, very important words, well scripted, but it takes action. It takes action upon those tenets of the creed that we need to continue to do. So not only think about the creed, but take action as you move forward. So I'm now very pleased that we're about lighting and passing the torch of optimism to others, old and new friends and family. So as you go out and talk with friends, I'm so happy to see so many guests here today, and I hope that you will become members of the club. And Denny, I extend an invitation to you to join our club one way or another. We'll figure out how to make that work, because I think that as a card-carrying optimist, you really can chirp about the inspiring to people about being optimistic. So I'll put that out there for you. But I typically would really like to thank my wife, Jerry. Come on up. Come on up. So
it's your birthday, it's not mine.
That's not the birthday. It's not the birthday at all. So my partner, my spouse, my lover, all kinds of good things. But, she's my friend. We've been married for just over 54 years, getting a nice start at it. Many times people talk about, and you've heard this saying, that their spouse or behind a great leader, I won't even take the great, behind leaders are great spouses or brothers and sisters. But, Jerry doesn't stand behind me, she stands next to me, and sometimes even ahead of me, encouraging me, helping me make things come out right and sound pretty right when I get up here and get pretty emotional. I speak a lot from the heart. My notes don't look like anything what I've talked about today. But anyhow, it's just so much of an honor and so much of a pleasure to have Jerry at my side all the time. Last night it was such a delightful night on the deck. I don't know, we turned off the air conditioning, we sat outside, had dinner, had a couple of glasses of wine, and then the next thing I know, I turned on my radio, my phone. I'm listening to, anybody know John Prine? Okay, good, that's great. John Prine, the country sort of music guy, it kind of reminds me of a cross between Woody Guthrie and Willie Nelson. And so we're listening to some of his tunes last night, and the one we really liked is In Spite of Ourselves. So you find that on an album from him, you look at it. But it just fits us to a T, that tune. We found ourselves dancing on the deck last night. Dancing for about half an hour. It was just great, listening to these tunes and doing that. And so it was just a great opportunity to do that. So I just really want to thank all of you for the confidence you've given me. Probably don't need too much of that. The support that you've truly made this Roseville Club the best in all the clubs in Optimist International. Thanks for the memories, and thanks for choosing optimism. Thank you.